Good morning. You ever go outside and you come back inside and you're like, oh my God, it's so hot in here. Like, it's so warm. And you have the heat set on 66? Like, why is it so cold? Oh, that's right. I'm not in Hawaii. That's why. I'm in Ohio. Do miss Hawaii some days. I miss Hawaii a lot of days. But for different reasons each time. Good morning, everybody. Happy Veterans Day. Yes. Yes. Take a moment to think of our veterans and those that have served our country because we are very blessed to be in the country we reside in. Right? Good morning. Good morning. I love you. Good morning. Did you guys see? If there's guys on here, I'm so sorry. Did you guys see that women of a certain age, when we start to go through, and don't worry, we segue into readings. This is just how we start our morning. Women of a certain age that are going through, I don't know, hormonal displacements. They now come out yesterday and said that for the 40 years that we have been terrified to take HRTs, now they're good for us. Oh my God. it kind of comes, and there's a reason I'm coming across this, because it comes to, I had a strange thing happen the other day. I didn't talk about it yesterday morning because I totally forgot about it. Who forgets about shit like this? But I did. I woke up in the middle of the night. Sam's on a turnaround. So I'm home pretty much alone, in this great big huge house. And I woke up in the middle of the night with an awareness. Now, I've done this before. Like, I woke up when I first bought Moldavite and there was an image next to my bed, and absolutely 100%, I swear to God, you guys, it was an extraterrestrial standing next to the bed. And I was just tired because who on here is an intuitive? Like, this is a trick question too, by the way. Who on here is an intuitive? Because when you're starting your intuitive journey, you're a lighthouse, right? You have all this really incredible stuff coming in. I was freaking exhausted. I had seen a bunch of different things, heard a bunch of different things, and I was just like, so I woke up in the middle of the night after I had this big chunk of Moldavite, which actually is right here on my desk somewhere. Oh, here it is. As I speak of it, we bought Moldavite before Moldavite was cool because we were heading back. This is a huge piece of Moldavite, like a big piece. I think we paid $30 for this back in the day, right? This is the piece I had next to my bed. And I had an extraterrestrial come standing next to the bed. Whatever. I was tired. And I went, oh, I'm too tired for this. And I actually rolled over and went back to sleep. I did. I know, Renee. It's just so crazy. So the other night, not last night, but the night before, I was home alone, sleeping, like just sleeping, and very, very comfortably, by the way. And I woke up and there was a person next to the bed. Now, I was just very much like, I'm sleeping. My sleep is sacred. I have business hours. Do not bother me between this time and this time because it's my time. I will let you know when you may contact me. Well, this person does not work by those rules. So this energy does not work by those rules. And it was, all I knew was that it was a person really, really high vibrating and in white. And why do our guides come to us in ways that we're going to recognize who they are? Because they have to work off of our experiences, right? They have to work off of our knowledge to be able to put the pieces together for us and say, hey, this is who I am. So I'm like, all right. So I immediately rolled over and went back to sleep. And then in the morning, I was like, oh, there is somebody that was standing next to the bed. So I sat And who was this? Right? I'm like opening a dialogue. Who was standing next to my bed? I really was kind of curious because our house isn't haunted. We have transient energies come through here and there, which is really interesting. But this person did not feel transient at all. They felt very solid and just here for the moment, right, kind of thing. And so I sat yesterday and I was like, okay, who is this? And I know the energy. I know the feeling of the energy. If you work with archangels, you know that solid feeling, that boom feeling that they have. So I knew it was an archangel, and it was Zadkiel. And I thought, I just saw Peacock Feather. I am a fidgeter. I'm sorry, either shuffling or there's something on my desk I'm playing with. But yes, it's a Peacock Feather. So it was Archangel Zadkiel. And the only way I know that is because when I deal with archangels, I deal with color systems. I don't get names, right? Good morning. So I was sitting there going, okay, what color are we dealing with? What color are we dealing with? What color are we dealing with? And it was indigo. And I thought, and I will throw myself under the bus all the time, you guys. I have no problem with that. So I'm like, okay, Google, which archangels associated to indigo, because that's how they get my attention, right? So it is Zadkiel, and he's associated with spiritual awakenings, and I'm like, right now, are we going to do that now? Yeah. And I could be all spiritual, super super spiritual, and be like, ha 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 ha, a new angel. And here's me. I got to do taxes. But we all do our spiritual journey differently, right? And I have very frank conversations with my guides, like, if you're not helping me with taxes, and so I call him my tax spirit guide. Bring that across. But no, honestly, seriously, the awareness that there's shifts going on in our energetic fields, in our lives, on our planet. Good morning, Ashley. Everything good? Good morning. We have all these shifts that are happening. And this is pretty much what my message was, is we just need to open our eyes a little bit and see that not everything. Oh, this is important too. It's not and we know this. A lot of us know this. It's not happening to us. It's happening for us, right? So we can see the bigger picture, or we can see somebody else's picture. It's important to be able to. Good morning. It's important to be able to see things from other people's perspectives as well. So just by having this angel come in and saying, "Hey, we have some spiritual awakenings coming. Just know that's happening, but we need to see big picture." We need to see big picture. I'm really hoping that he doesn't mean we need to see extraterrestrial picture where there's a big comet coming in and they're actually coming in for the various reasons. Jackie Freeman, good morning. But he's talking about, and you notice I say he, very androgynous. Archangels are very androgynous. But coming in and saying, hey, our picture of things isn't always everybody's pictures of things. So have some compassion, have some grace for other people, allow people to live in their grace. And by the way, this also means allowing people to make their own mistakes. You may not like what somebody else does, but tough shit. You may not like what somebody else does, but that's not your business to tell them how to do something. We all are doing this on our own schedule, in our own way, whether it is anything from meditation to rioting. I don't care. Let them do it and make their own mistakes. Stay in your own damn lane. I'm so sorry. Anyway, somebody should say we're here. Where I can't see my comments now. They move too fast. You're telling the story casually, like you're sipping on a straw saying, yeah, I saw an angel there. Let me tell you. You know what? That's so funny that you point that out, though. Like, really, because we get into this spiritual, everyone has their own level of hell. Yes. We get into this spiritual journey, and after you experience a few things, you start to go, oh, so I was talking to Oz and the collective from the spirit, from the extraterrestrials the other day, and all of a sudden, but here, that's okay. It's all right. We all we grow, and we come up on our own levels, and that's what we should never follow. Cat, I swear I'm not. We shouldn't follow somebody else's drum, right? There's no majorette out there, no director out there going, follow me. This is the way we're going to go. We don't do that. We shouldn't do that. I swear to God, he waited. He's like, hey, I have to pee now. Good morning, Jody. I saw you getting ready to go to an expo. So make sure you're following your own beat. Don't just be a joiner. Don't just be a joiner. Now, there's lessons in that too, right? There's lessons in that too. But Irene Carter, boy, ask my husband. But yeah, everybody's spiritual journey is different. But I guess I do kind of take it as just a little bit for granted that, yeah, I had an angel walk in the middle of the night, pop in, and it wasn't in a dream. I guess that's the really thing that I think is cool. It wasn't in a dream. This energy was standing next to my bed. The cat is going to drive me insane. Fine. I am very happy that I have a cat that says, hey, I would like to go outside. Go outside. Instead of, hey, would you like to clean the litter box? No, I'd like to go outside. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Moving on out. He does. Well, he scratches the door too. So I don't know. Thank God I didn't put up bells. I spent, no, Kelly, the white cat is still here. It's going to get real cold real quick up here in Ohio. And that white cat's still staying outside. I actually have two cats that need homes. Both of them, I believe the white cat has been a house cat. By the way he behaves, but the other cat I know has been a house cat. And I just don't want her to be outside cold. Good morning, Randy. Loretta says, oh, so Loretta, this is interesting. This is a great point here. I know you guys, there's a lot of people on here that are here for the readings, but this all is important. All this stuff, all the chat that we have, something is something for somebody, right? So Loretta says, Teresa says, I'm trying to meditate, but I'm not having a lot of luck in connecting with my guides. There's nuances to when you're in a meditation. No, the white cat is not neutered. I had an appointment to take the white cat to be neutered, and I had to cancel it because somebody needed to go to the ER that day. So I didn't make it there. When we're meditating, everybody does it differently, right? There's no two meditations that are the same. Doesn't matter if you have one person that's leading 20 people into the same meditation. They're all going to be different. Every single one of them. So when you're in your meditation, pay attention to the little things, not just somebody walking up to you. What is more important than getting a visual on your guide, because not everybody's a clairvoyant, right? And when we're doing meditations, our clairs pop out as the most prominent way that we collect information within a meditation. So maybe you're just not highly clairvoyant. Maybe you're more clairaudient. Maybe there's a whisper on the wind. Maybe you could sit there in your meditation around a fire and get a feeling. Try really bringing your senses into it and reach out with the sense of, am I alone? Is there an energy over here? You don't have to have a visual. You don't have to have a conversation. Just start with that, am I alone? And don't wait for an answer. Wait for a sensation. Do I feel somebody in my energetic field? Okay, I have this angel pop in my bedroom, and I'm not like even dressed, bro. I can't get my cat neutered because the guy went to the ER. It's okay. Yes, right. Renee's like, maybe it's a bird chirping. There's Angel. Good morning. Good morning. I love seeing spirits in my house as well. Yeah. Melissa says, sometimes I feel, this is great. Guys, what do you pick up in your meditations? Melissa says, sometimes I feel myself travel like down tunnels. Colors play a big part. Absolutely. Colors play a big part. Songs play a big part. Um, Color, all sorts of stuff. Like, what do you see? Flowers? What color are they? Did you see a bird? Was it going backwards against the wind or with the wind? All the things that we take for granted within a meditation or a spiritual journey, uh, they have meaning. They have meaning. Harmonia, you are 9 away from 1,000 on YouTube. Really? I don't even pay attention. I didn't even know. Ooh, so if you guys aren't on YouTube, go to what is it? The Mystical Moons? No, My Mystical Life on YouTube. Thank you for letting me know that, Tanya. You didn't know. Yes, and this is important. Always go into your meditations without expectations, because if you expect it to go that way, you're going to follow a certain way, and then you don't give yourself the latitude to go out and have fun with them. That's what you should do. Have fun. I have to connect the static sound that I hear in each ear and try to connect them together in the best way I can possibly describe it as a download. Perfect. Absolutely. Irene says, life is about learning every day. I try to learn something so that I grow every day. My mother-in-law says the day we don't learn something, this is the day we die. I don't know if it's true, but whatever. Angel says, who is my sister, she says, songs, Uncle Butch around, I hear pretty little angel eyes. Yep. And Grandpa, you hear trains. Sam Morgan, I don't know that I can answer this really well, but we're going to put it out here and see what other people think as well. Can I ask, what is the light purple realm? I got the purple realm in meditation many years ago, and it was fantastic. To me, makes my eye twitch. To me, it would mean spiritual elevation, getting to a higher vibration. I want to say almost brushing against a different dimension as well, but I don't know on that. Like, I can't put a pin in that. But that light purple is that purple color is that higher vibration. Could very much be. It's My Mystical Life. Thank you, Teresa. It could very much be angel as well. Yeah. Now, when you work at work, you can say, "Now I learned something. Now I can go home for the day." Good day. Good day. Let's see. I am scrolling back through. Nancy Ray sees letters and symbols floating around. And a lot of times when we see symbols, you guys, it can be elevation. It's different to each person. It's just different to each person. It's a really difficult question to answer because it's different. They vibrate at a different frequency. We vibrate at a different frequency. Whoever's in their meditation with them, their guides vibrate. Saint Germain, I do love Saint Germain. Yeah, the violet flame could very well be, right? It depends on what goes with it, right? Like, were you walking into a chamber? Were you walking in a field? Did you have a key in your hand? There's a lot of things, lots of things. Where are we at? Wild patterns. I'm seeing if I missed anything. I'll have to work on that 9. I'll just post it on the page and be like, hey, y'all. I don't even know what needs to be monetized. We're gonna do it. Okay. You see hummingbirds? Oh, messages from the other side. Saint Germain cocktail is a great drink. What are you drinking? Okay. We live, we learn, and we still die dumb. We still, yay! Thank you, Karma. I'm not going to say we die dumb. I'm going to say when we pass away, we still have lessons to learn. That's what we're here for, right? Anyone ever able to read writing in their dreams? The spelling is awful, but you can read it. But I can read it. You can read it. Saint Germain liquor, I'm not aware. I don't dream that I'm aware. I don't remember my dreams. The only time I remember dreams is right before I wake up in that theta brainwave. I don't remember anything that happens in the middle of the night. Like, I just don't. Never have. I know we're all like, wait, there's a Saint Germain cocktail? Oh, it's made from elderflowers, and then you mix it with ginger ale. It's pretty good. I like elderflower liqueur. I do like that. I had that in Santa Fe. It was good. It was good. Good morning. Good morning. It's cold outside. Good morning. Yeah, it snowed here already, Lisa. I don't feel your pain. She's like, oh, they're calling for it in Delaware. We've had it already. Okay. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Let's see who is here. And we'll do some readings. You guys hear the wind? Oh, you have a pad and pen next to the bed so you can write down your dreams. That's perfect. Great. Have you ever tried recording them, Sam? On your phone? So funny. You wake up in the middle of the night, you record something, you get up in the morning, and I'm like, I have something there and I'm going to listen to it. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to be so enlightened after I hear what I said in the middle of the night. And it's like, Spirit guide. Like, right. Right. Spirit guard. Okay, let's see. I saw somebody. Lisa Durrani. Oh yeah, motion detector to cameras. I like it. Lisa Durrani. Motion detector cameras. That'd be horrible for me because I'm always like moving the blankets and stuff. Sam makes fun of me. The sheets have to be right when I go to bed. Like they have to be on the bed correctly. And if they're not, I'm dying. I can't sleep. It's like, oh my God, I'm choking. Or it's not right. I just have to fix them. Anyhow, here we go. Let's try different deck of cards. I want to talk about a past life for you. Can we do that, Lisa? I love working the Akashic calls. And the deck I picked up is the one that Trudy Gale, good morning. That is the one that kind of screams to me that we're doing a past life. So they're talking about the mythic goddess tarot. I don't even need to go with the cards. So it was the hint they gave me. I want to talk about, let's see where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going yet. So please don't shoot the messenger. I never know where I'm going when I'm doing Akashic Records. All I know is I get the hint and then I move forward with that. First of all, why do we do Akashic Records? Akashic Records are the record of everything your soul has ever done. This dimension, any dimension. This dimension, any dimension, any lifetime, whatever. It's all there. Even if you thought about doing it, it's there. So that's what the Akashic calls is. And why do we do them? Because whatever life they give me to bring across for you is relevant to some of the things you have going on in life right now. So it's not like, oh, we just do that for fun. We do it because there's messages that come across. Okay. Your ex-husband's crazy about the sheets. Sam thinks it's funny. I'm like, no, you're going to kill me in the middle of the night. You're going to choke me with a sheet. I don't know. Okay. Lisa Durrani. Let's see. Got to get back on track here. I want to talk about a lifetime. I know that we're going, it's interesting because it's kind of like a defying the odds story. All I know so far is it's rags to riches kind of thing. Somebody that worked really, really hard. Okay, I understand that. And I know what part of the world it's in because they're giving me a Mary Poppins reference. They're like, alms for the poor, kind of thing, where this person was very, very undernourished. And there was a problem with an eye. I know that there was and it had to do with nutrition. There was a problem with an eye. Like this person was maybe constantly sick because they didn't get the correct nutrition. I'm not sure whether this is male or female yet. This is a male past life. Okay, thank you. And this young man, this okay, I have to call him a young man. I can't call him a boy. This young man would go around, and he was so embarrassed, but I feel like he was taking care of other people in his family. So he would go around and he would ask for odd jobs. The alms for the poor thing is more along the lines to give reference to the lack of money. And this person was very, very proud. He shoveled a lot of shit. I do know that. He like shoveled a lot of poop. So he was somebody that would take odd jobs like walking the streets and picking up the manure in the streets and sweeping something out of the street. It actually smells pretty nasty. So I'm going to say he was sweeping the poop and the manure down the streets to get him out of people's way. And he worked really, really hard. But he was not very old. He was like 9, 10 years old, and he was out there trying to get just money, little coins, to try and help get bread and things for everybody to eat. Eggs were a big deal. I'm not quite sure why eggs were a big deal, but he was like, if I can afford a couple eggs, we can eat pretty decently. And this child, I'm going to call him a child only because this energy is kind of not wanting that. But the age bracket of this child was he was much older than his age. He was much older than his age. He worked so hard, so tirelessly. But I can tell you that this did not go unnoticed. And this is something that's relevant in this life for you. The work that you do is not unnoticed. It is something that, seriously, I'm doing a reading. Hey, I'm live. Is everything okay? What you need? Everything okay? Okay. Okay. Right. Right. Bye. Just making sure everybody's alive. um. So, this is a big part of this, right? And the people are like, keep it between the lines, Lisa. Quit answering the damn phone. Um. Being noticed for the things that you do. If you feel invisible at times, just know that things are seen. Hard work is noticed, and it comes with a reward later on. This young man, I don't know exactly yet what he was pulled in off the street to do. But it's somebody on the side. This is the image I get. Somebody on the side, somebody in a storefront, somebody that saw this young man doing and doing and doing and doing and working and working and working. And they pulled him in for a job. They pulled in not just a job. They pulled him in for a whole different life. They pulled him into an apprenticeship type program where they taught him and they trained him and they taught him more. And I feel like it has to do with fabric. I feel like it has to do, I actually want to say it's like he made hats, derbies, chapeaus. I feel like he learned a trade, and his hands hurt from this. I don't know why his hands, I don't know if it's the steam or if it was a chemical, but he worked really hard to learn what he was doing. And he was really, really, really good at it. And it wasn't that he was just super talented, but he was super determined. He was like, I can do this. I can generate more. I can do more. I can be more. And that's what he wanted. Because as he elevated himself, he elevated his family as well. So he didn't just make he didn't make a lot of money, but the money he did make, he put to the family because he had room and board. So he would send what he did make over to them, and he moved up. I also have to say that I feel like this person was extremely generous with this kid, because I really feel like they left. I really feel like they left the shop to him. I feel like this person that helped him, picked him up out of the streets, like, somebody help me, I'm helping you. I have nobody to lead this to. And I have to also let you know that the person that helped him, their child died. It's like, not like he didn't have a family at all, but there was something that went through, and who he would have left it to had passed away. So this child, this young man, his work ethic and his general attitude about life, on helping people move forward, grow, and be prosperous, really endeared him to this gentleman, and he became quite known in the area for his craftsmanship. And I feel like he basically did men's hats. I don't feel like he did women's hats. I feel like he did men's hats, but they were very, very sought after. And he became wealthy. He became wealthy and hired people to do some of the work, that he'd do the finishing touches, because he felt that was what was the most important thing. But he changed. That's funny. It's funny because my guides are using my references to get the point across. They're like, come on, Lisa, speed this up. He changed his stars. Does anybody know what movie that's from? I'm sure most of us do, but does anybody know that he changed his stars through hard work and not expecting, but just being that person that wanted to accomplish things in life? Don't lean on anybody else to make it happen for you, but attain it through hard work and a good work ethic. And you're going to find that things in life will fall into your lap. I hope that's helpful. This is a very quality past life. Like this young man, he was on point. Loved his family. Loved, not perfect, but loved them. Worked hard. Anyways, moving on. I like that past life, actually. It's very substantial feeling. There is no death moment that comes with this one. This is about how we move forward. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. It's interesting when we have past life come across, and it resonates, and we go, oh, I can take that. I understand that. That hits me right here, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Yeah, kind of, but it depends on which one we're talking about. Which Charlie and the Chocolate Factory are you talking about? Because I'm very, very old school with Gene Wilder. Sorry. I love Johnny Depp, don't get me wrong, but Gene Wilder is the OG on this, and prove me wrong. Because I've always had an affinity for Gene Wilder. I just think he's an amazing, amazing individual. Okay, moving on. Yeah. Oh God, that family and that grandpa. That grandpa, I've said this forever, pisses me off. Like even when I was a kid, I'd be like, but wait a minute. Grandpa just popped up out of bed. That lazy SOB. I was a kid and I was thinking, he just got out of bed. What is wrong here? I swear. Anybody else pick that up in the movie? I mean to tell you. How rude. Anyhow, it bothered me. It bothered me as a kid. But then again, I have a pretty damn strong work ethic, almost to the point of a fault. So there's that. Okay. All right, here we go. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Can I get a witness? So annoying. And everybody was just like, oh, we knew Grandpa could walk. Oh, Tanya, never mind Grandpa getting out of bed. No one thought it was weird. They all slept in the same bed. Now, I don't know if that's like, good morning, Jessica. I don't know if that was maybe something people did back then. I don't know. I never thought about that. I was just too infuriated with Grandpa. Like, and wasn't Grandpa like encouraging him to give it away? Didn't Grandpa be like, hey, he's I don't know if I like Grandpa. I'm more of a Pete's Dragon kind of girl. All right, let's go. Let's do it. Let's see. I am, from what I understand, 9 people away from 1,000 on YouTube. So if you haven't found us on YouTube, it's My Mystical Life. So YouTube.com/My Mystical Life. I'd appreciate it. I didn't even know it. I don't pay attention. I walk around like, la, la, la. Okay. Let's go with, I keep going back to Shara Chesley. Shara Chesley. There's a whole lot of weird in that movie, but whatever. Shara. Shara, I want to ask a question. Yeah, I think that large shared beds were a kind of a necessity for warmth at one point. Shara, are you still here? I would like to ask, do you pick up phantom smells? Do you pick up phantom smells like grandma's cooking or somebody's cigar or anything like that? Especially when you got full-grown people who won't work, that's all you can afford. I know. I'm here on that page. Like, if you can work, get your ass out there. I was working when I was 12, and this is not that up the hill 2 ways and to go to school. But I liked horses so much. I loved horses so much when I was 12 years old. I would ride my bike 8 miles in one direction to go shovel shit for minimum wage. And it worked ever since, right? Okay. Yes, smells all the time. Great. So that's the first thing I pick up for you is a very strong sense of clairalience. And this is kind of a lesser clair. So we all have a clair, right? We all have at least one clair. It's how we survive as a species. But they want to talk about how, and normally I want you fart in Walmart. What the hell, Kelly? I love you. I we're gonna get back on track after that one. Clairalience is the ability to pick up spiritual smell, right? Spiritual things that other people may not smell other than Kelly in Walmart. And so, but I want to say that your clairalience is also very tied, which is a little bit different because normally I'd say it would go to clairgustance, which is that clear tasting where we pick up tastes, but yours is connected to your clairvoyance. And I'm so trying. Was it your reading yesterday? I don't remember it. There will be death by laughter today. I know. Hold on, I gotta come back over here. Shit. If you guys are new, make sure you like or follow just because this is the hilarity we go through every day. Your clairvoyance is very, very closely tied to your clairalience. So when you're catching those phantom smells, pay attention to see whether you're getting shadows out the corner of your eyes. No, the carrying cards? Okay. Because you're getting messages from the other side and you're just not catching them. So I think, this is my personal opinion, we all have them, right? I think that you are very intuitive, and if you're not using those skills, then you are missing out. You have not put a pin in that yet. So if you're catching these corner things out of the corner, the shadows, just know that the reason you're not catching like frontal like this is because this is a different wavelength. Spirit works on a different wavelength than we do, just like a little change in channel. So don't necessarily switch and turn to see what is there right away. If you're catching shadow, just kind of sit with that and be like, okay, what am I supposed to know? And you still allow yourself to pick up on the shadow off to the side and start asking questions. This seems to be like a big deal. You guys are really on this. They're like, your clairvoyance could be so key in your life. You could be doing some really cool readings if you wanted to. Not everybody wants to read, but this boy, these are tied. These are tied. So whoever you're picking a smell up of is the person over here. All right. And the same can be said even if it's overly sweet flowers. I'm going to say it's angel energy over here then. Okay. Overly sweet flowers always, in our experience, has been angelic energy. Guardian angels, archangels, things like that. But they're saying, hey, you have a really cool connection. And your guides would love to see you working on that. Interesting. That one kind of threw me a little bit just because, well, first of all, farting in Walmart, but but I was having a hard time keeping on track. But it's just a really strong connection. A really strong connection. Why do I get all the smelly guides? Okay. I don't know. Good morning, Diana. Good morning. Okay. If everybody could invite a friend into the hilarity, share to your feed, share to a group feed, that'd be fantastic. Like, follow, share, blah, blah, blah. Okay. There's my PR stuff. All right. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Probably not what you were expecting, Lisa, but not Lisa. That wasn't Lisa. Lisa was first. That's Sharon. You're supposed to, they're like kicking the ass. They actually show me kicking your ass. Like, come on. Sweet tobacco is the smell. Yeah, it's interesting. As you're working through these things, when you start learning how to work with your intuition, you can identify. You begin to be able to identify who goes with what, right? And that's how we get our puzzle pieces to put together. No, I'm not possessed. I'm shaking my head because I am stretching my neck. Slept in a really uncomfortable bed last night. My sleep is sacred. Joanne Reed. Joanna. Is it Joanne or Joanne? Joanne. I want to smell your feet. No, I get that. Good morning, all. Good morning. Old Spice. Joanne. Joanne, what are you going through? What do you have going on? I feel like, and I'm just going to put this out there because this is kind of the image that I'm getting, like standing at the precipice and just waiting to be pushed over the side and moving forward, dragging your feet, not moving forward as quickly as, that's a really great question, Sam, and I will address that. Just needing the nudge, right? Needing the nudge. And this is what I'm going to say, because I really get this Metatron feeling with this. Like, you're going to be pushed into change no matter what. It's how it goes, right? We're here for that. We're here for the learn. So you're going to go through change whether you want to or not. You might as well step into it in your own grace than have somebody else push you into it. Because I really feel like that could be a thing with Archangel Metatron. He's kind of pushing you forward and saying, It's time to learn something new. And it could be something you felt might be out of your scope, like out of your reach just a little bit. I want you to want things. I want you to want beyond what you think is possible, because it is. It's right there for you. And they're like the stars have aligned for something to fall into your lap. It's totally true. Inconsistency is the only consistent thing. And there's a big spiritual push for this, Dren. And I say that because I keep getting the 2x4 therapy on the back of the head, which says that's Archangel Metatron, and he ain't putting up with your crap anymore. He's not going to put up with people dragging their feet. When he feels like it's time for people to move forward, he's just going to keep nudging and nudging and nudging. Put up with your crap anymore. I'm so sorry. She's like, I didn't come here for this abuse. But just know that you have some change coming, and it's okay. It's good. It's a good thing. It's talking about time to think about it. You can do things by yourself. You don't have to do things with everybody else, and it is going to bring a sense of peace. I don't know why they're called the vegans. The vegans. I'm like, they don't look like vegans, but they're the vegans. Oh, the vegans. 2x4 therapy coming down the pike. Or Joanne. I'm so glad it sounds familiar. It resonates, because I'm like, I hate to tell people that, look, you're at the precipice. You have to either jump or be pushed. Do it yourself. You want to do it yourself. Who on here has had 2x4 therapy by Archangel Metatron, the voice of God? Not necessarily an archangel. He really isn't. He is the voice of God, but he's the translator and the scribe. Who has had 2x4 therapy by this individual, this energy? I mean to tell you, it pushes you into whole new vibration. I have a smelly feet spirit. It's the husband of my mom's best friend from high school. It's definitely not a favorite smell. I know. Yeah. I don't like the bad breath one. Like, you can smell the bad breath and taste the bad breath. That in a reading is blue. I don't know. That's not my favorite, but it's how they get their point across, right? So you're doing a reading, you're like, does bad breath mean anything to you? And they're like, oh my God. And they know immediately who it is. Right? Plenty of 2x4 therapy. Kelly Lavoie, Melissa Goins, and a lot. Now that was weird. Sound like somebody coming down the stairs. And I'm the only one home. So at least I think I'm the only one home. I haven't checked. Renee says, not sure I'd call it 2x4 therapy, but certainly eye-opening. I find Metatron a bit entertaining. I have to agree. Archangel Metatron can be, we all see him a little bit differently, right? So I see him as like the word cleaver of the archangels, and gum disease, yeah. But a little bit hotter than that. Nice jeans, But he comes in and he's like, I've got information and we're going to deal with this. Mm-hmm. Now I'm wondering if there's somebody in my house. There's nobody in my house. And now you're saying, oh, you do you? Yeah. We all see him, he like not romance novel hot, but he's just a very attractive man. You see him as Frank Sinatra, the leader of the Rat Pack. And that's what makes our journeys all very unique, isn't it? We can do what we want, for the most part, basically. Well, not always. Okay. Good grief. It's been a long morning. Anyhow. All right. You know what? I think I'm going to go clean my kitchen because that sounds fun. I'm going to make myself some breakfast. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And Metatron likes your description of him. Like a, he reminds me a little bit of a greaser with the t-shirt, and the jeans and just a little hot. Why not? If I'm going to have to work with this gentleman with this energy, why not? Tanya says I work closely with Metatron. By the way, you guys go like Harmonia Tarot. This is Tanya Lee. She does an amazing, amazing job with Tarot. She has a membership. Go check out Harmonia Tarot on YouTube. You will not be disappointed. I swear. She is so consistent in posting. It just freaks me out. She says I even work closely with Metatron. Believe it or not, now Hecate has hit me with a 2x4. Yeah. Yeah. She's like 2x4 therapy incarnate. Kali. Yeah. Kali. Absolutely. Cigarette pack rolled up in the sleeve. I know. I didn't want to put that out there though. But yeah, I kind of get that feeling. I don't think he smokes a cigarette, but I don't know. Is the shop open today? Alyssa says, is the shop open today? 12 to 4. 12 to 4, the shop is open today. You can purchase online too. We're going to have some really killer sales right around Thanksgiving time, a little before Thanksgiving time. And I'm thinking about doing a live sale tomorrow night. With more clearance. I'd like to clean out my cabinet. I have 2 huge bifold. Okay, this is how big the cabinets are. We could have sales. Okay. There's 2 big, huge cabinets. Each cabinet has 2 sets of bifold doors. So the 2 doors open this way. Full of crystals. Oh. He thinks it adds a certain something, right? Certain badassedness. Yeah, so I have, and I mean, spheres and towers and specimens and tumbles and palm stones. We should do some palm stones. I will post about this today and put up a sale. I'll put up a sale. Just pick a cabinet each week. We seriously have like 25 bookshelves in the store of crystals. It's crazy. Loretta's like, no, stop. All right, everybody. I'll post about it today, so it's not last hot second. Have a wonderful afternoon. Find light, find love, find joy. Feel divine because you are. I'll probably be on tomorrow morning. There are plenty of spirit, like George Burns. He come on smoking his stogie. No body, no harm to the body, and as George Burns would tell us, I have a special cigar. No risk of fire. Right. So, anyways, all right, everybody, have a great afternoon, and I will